Can you explain the Smart City Cluster's role in your net zero emissions project?
The role that the Smart City Cluster has had in this project is to use our knowledge about how to engage the cities into these kind of projects regarding sustainability, and define a way of making all the partners find the right way of gathering the information in order to make a market analysis about the state of the art of the projects related to net zero.
How do you approach market analysis in this project?
Yeah, we have done this from two different kind of sources, three of them in fact. First of all, we asked all the partners of the project to make regional research and to look for the entities that currently are working in this gap between the cities and the companies, and trying to ask them which are the strategies that they find to make things happen. The other part of that was to reach some of the cities that are now challenging these kind of projects, and ask them which were the drivers, the barriers, and which is experience that they have found in this path through net zero solutions. And the third part was asking the companies that used to develop those solutions for the cities. So we defined the methodology in order to replicate this study in the different regions that are part of the project, to gather a consistent information that can be comparable in the different places.
What initial challenges did you encounter in this project?
Well, since all the partners that are part of the project were already entities that had experience in this kind of situation, this kind of things, we started from previous experiences and from, let's say, previous already recognized things related that. For example, we knew that mobility is a problem. We knew that managing how the governments manage the kind of initiatives are a problem. The factor having or not a dedicated team to this kind of thing were a challenge. But this research that we made helped finding another things to ask both to the cities and the companies, and we asked them as well if there were other challenges that we were not aware of from the beginning. And for example, one of the things that was very interesting for them, and we didn't thought about that in the beginning, was how challenging it is to get the citizens engaged in this kind of problems, just to give an example.
Have you discovered any unexpected challenges or insights during the project?
I think that that's more a thing of confirming which are the common challenges and which are the challenges that are related to the places where each one of the cities are placed. We are covering the whole regions, all the regions of Europe, very different places from the north to the south, and of course the challenges are different. For some of them, for example, heating is a problem because they have heat districts, and in other cases, like for example in Spain, we have challenges related to climate, to dry seasons and things like that. And but maybe one of the main challenges and one of the main highlights that we have get from the project is that it's really important to find the right people. That's used to be always the answer. So you need to have, even if you don't have a specific team focused on this kind of projects, you need to have the right people understanding the importance of this kind of projects within the mayors, within the councils. So that's maybe the most important thing.
How does culture impact the project, especially in terms of information gathering and sharing?
It's funny because in some cases, making them sure about the anonymity of the interviews was very important. And in other cases, it was nothing that was really up to them. So I think that being worried about things like sustainability used to belong to the same people that really wants to cooperate and that really wants to help things improve.
What do you see as the main outcome for yourself from this project?
For me, it's always the same as having the chance of working with people that works in different environments and with different mindsets. for me, it's always the most enriching thing. You have the opportunity not only to learn more things about net zero in this case, but about how they face challenges, about how they manage the projects that they have, how they organize themselves, and to know which are the important things in different regions of Europe.
In light of your experiences, how do you perceive the differences in mindset between individuals and entities towards sustainability?
I think it's a matter of empathy, because it's not easy to find people who are working, for example, in a public entity, that it is not just worried about how things work for them. I mean, the real focus of this kind of projects is to make the lives of the citizens better. And sometimes they only look for how to make their procedures easier. So I think that's key. And that's not so easy to find. When you ask for example, about how do you think that that can work well for them, but not for the citizens, and they are giving the wrong answer. So that's the problem sometimes. So it's important to make the same questions from different points of view in order to really find out if they are asking from this general point of view or just from their point of view. So maybe that's the main difficult thing in this kind of procedures, this kind of methodologies.
What are the next steps for your project?
Now we are preparing a training course. Now we have engaged some cities all over Europe that are being part of a training about how to make their cities better from the net zero point of view. We have already had one first online session, and the next one will happen in a couple of weeks in Copenhagen, and we are inviting some cities to have the opportunity of experiencing a couple of days of work together with different cities, with different points of view and different challenges. So I think it's going to be a very, very interesting session.